Hello and welcome to the Blue Podcast Network. This is the Gold Show, the Premier League show. I'm alongside Henry, Ronnie and Kian. How are you all doing, lads?
Fantastic.
Good apart from the fact that someone's took my seat.
This is my seat.
Oh, yeah.
Oops.
Yeah, I'm not sat next to Kian today. I'm sat next to Henry.
Yeah, you get demoted. Whenever I'm in the building, I have the hot seat.
Well,
It is incredibly hot, actually. What have you been doing in this seat? Jesus.
I wasn't sat there, Jamie was.
What's Jamie been doing in this seat? Good lord.
right, anyway, we're here to go through the Premier League. I do want to start off with Aston Villa 4, Newcastle United 1 on the weekend. Both of them, of course, are trying to get into the top 5. They just absolutely blew them away second half. Did anyone else catch the game?
Yeah.
No.
Yeah, I did like
Yeah, so you watched the game. Yeah. So
No, but I've seen the.
you've seen the highlights of it and everything.
Newcastle were awful.
Yeah.
Their midfield was awful. We were saying last week they got the best midfield in the league,
Oh,
and it was abysmal at the weekend. Bruno Guimaraes committed like 5 fouls, lost his head.
It's ridiculous.
I wouldn't say they got the best midfield in the league.
We said it last week, didn't we?
But who does? That's the,
Arsenal.
There is
Arsenal.
there is no standout best midfield in the league anymore.
I'd say Arsenal or
But it's
Liverpool
not standout.
or Liverpool.
But it's not standout, is it?
Yeah, I agree, but I just don't think it's Newcastle.
No. But he's very competent. It has its day. It has a lot more good days than bad
when
days.
it's good,
It's
it's
fantastic.
very good.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I wonder. There was a rumor I saw online recently about a deal which would take Tonali out of the club, and basically it was Tonali out to Juventus
I've seen that.
and Vlahovic back in return plus
I've seen
cash, because then they would
He
be
plays
able
for
to
Villa,
sell.
Sorry.
Wait, what?
He plays for Villa. He said plus cash.
Oh, right. Sorry. That just
I-
didn't,
I didn't
that didn't
process that either.
compute in my head.
I'm going to do you
at
a
all.
favour and I'm going to pretend you didn't say that.
That's such a terrible joke. I'm
Because
sorry.
obviously Isak would then leave to go to an Arsenal.
Hey,
or
I got tormented for saying Isak would leave.
No, but what
I
I'm
I
saying
don't
don't
think
know
he- I
if
don't
he
think
will.
he is.
I
you
don't
then
think he
have your
will.
competent Isak replacement, plus you've got 50 million maybe for, and all the money you'd get for Isak, which is about 100 plus.
Yeah, I wouldn't.
So you've got a pocket of cash in Newcastle of about 150 to 200 million plus whatever they had to start with to then go rebuild the rest of the squad, because obviously we know they're struggling to get around FFP. They didn't have that money to then go away and do that. Plus they don't have to replace Tonali, which is
Yeah, but
doable for a club as well run as Newcastle.
for me, I'm not losing Tonali to have Vlahovic. Not at
No.
all.
No, I think Vlahovic. It's interesting with him because he's only just recently got back into the side again because they've got the new manager Igor Tudor in, because they were playing Kolo Muani a lot when he joined from January.
They rotate.
But yeah, I mean, you're not gonna, if Isak would go, you're not gonna find someone as good as him. It's just
No.
I don't think there is a
I think-
striker.
I
Not
think
right
there
now,
is.
anyway.
No,
No.
unless you were able to convince one of the 2 available ones to come. But I don't think you are, because too many big clubs are looking at them both, and we all know that is Osimhen and Gyökeres. Yeah.
Yeah, and I don't know. I think Gyökeres is Arsenal bound anyway. I keep on saying.
No,
Not
he's
if
not.
Isak's
I think
available.
he'll be that.
Not if I can manifest it, please.
Not
Not if Isak's available. I think Isak is their first choice. I just don't think it's just very expensive to do.
I can only see Isak leaving Newcastle if they change their asking price.
What is their current?
150 million.
I'd pay
That's
that.
not happening.
If
at
I were
any
Arsenal,
club.
but things right. Arsenal are going to have to sign 1, maybe 2 players this summer. I'd rather put all their money into Isak, and I think that is the difference maker. They're not a club that needs 7, 8 new players like United.
Is
and Spurs.
Gyökeres for 60 million not way more viable for Arsenal?
Not Prem proven.
I don't think it'd matter.
I think Isak is a lot more of a safer bet because you have the experience in the Premier League. That's the thing with Gyökeres and Osimhen. Fantastic options, 100% what United should go for. But there is an element of risk because we've never seen them play in this league against these kind of set defences. Osimhen a bit more because Napoli have got further in the Champions League, so we've seen it a little bit more. But Gyökeres, his experience in England is for Coventry. It's not the same.
I think he's a different player, though. I think he's got a lot better since Coventry.
I think he has as well,
for sure.
but there is risk to it.
I
I
think
think Isak has a lot less risk.
The only worrying thing that was on his record is how many penalties he's had this season. Because he's had, I think it's 44 goals in 44 games, but I think over 10 of them are penalties.
Do you want me to have a quick look?
You can.
Yeah,
But
just to be sure.
He's scored. It's a lot of them are pens.
Right.
A lot of them are
Yeah,
pens.
I mean, yeah, I see your point on that, but then again, it's better that he's scoring them than
And
than
also a
missing
lot.
them,
No,
the
true.
target.
But would he take pens at Arsenal?
No, it'd be Saka.
Yeah, I think he would. I think he
Do you
would take
reckon?
pens. Yeah, I think he would.
Do you reckon? I mean,
Okay.
potentially.
I mean, Saka's last pen weren't fantastic, was it?
No, but then again,
So,
like,
30
he still bounced back and scored a goal at the Bernabeu, so I think he did all right.
So 34 league goals
Oh,
in
no, is it
29
34 or 30?
games, and 12 of them penalties.
That's it. I knew it was over 10 pens.
Yeah, that's still a good
34
record.
goals
Still a good
and
record.
expected goals,
It's going to be high because of the penalties.
26.6.
Yeah.
His expected goals without penalties is 17.1.
Yeah.
So he's overperforming
Yeah.
in a league with a lot lower quality of defence. Isak's getting decent numbers against very much hard defences to break down.
I am bearing in
On a
mind.
worse team.
I am bearing in mind that Darwin Núñez also had success in that league.
Oh my
and
god,
then
what a
comes
waste of
across.
money that was.
But,
But
oh
then-
my god.
The thing is with Darwin, I feel like that was totally a Jurgen Klopp signing because his
Pressing forward.
his one of his best performances was against us at Anfield. He was absolutely unreal.
You thought you'd done a Ronaldo, didn't you?
Well,
you thought,
no,
you
Well,
thought
it was him or Haaland,
ruined your
wasn't it? People
defence in the
comparing them.
Champions League.
Yeah,
and you
yeah.
thought-
I remember at the start. For me, anyway, I never compared the two because I thought it was ludicrous
It
to
was like
compare
community-
Erling Haaland to Darwin Núñez. I remember when we bought him, I wanted us because what was it? Jude Bellingham went to
Madrid.
Madrid,
Real Madrid.
The year after.
Yeah.
We should have spent that money on Jude Bellingham the year before.
You wouldn't have got him.
Well,
You wouldn't have got
Year
him.
before, I think it was
I
doable.
would have
No.
rather spent that money on him than go for Darwin.
The time
because
to get
it's just not.
The only time you would have got Jude Bellingham was before he went to Borussia Dortmund when he was at Birmingham. When he went to Carrington and we wouldn't promise him the game time, so he went to Dortmund, which was the smart move. Which was the smart move, by the way, for him. He did the
Yeah.
right thing. If we'd have just given him the game time, he would have come to us, and you could have done the same deal. You could have gone to him and gone, "Okay, we're going to promise you this number of minutes," and you could have signed him then. When he was at Dortmund and Real Madrid are wanting him, no way you get him.
No, but I don't.
No
think Real,
way you
I don't
get
think
him.
Real Madrid wanted him. I don't remember seeing too
There
many
was,
links the year before.
I remember links.
It was, yeah, there were links, but it was like not massive.
Not massively. Yeah.
Back to that Haaland and Núñez debate. Can you remember that Community Shield final? I think it was at Leicester.
Oh,
wasn't it?
yes, and he scored,
Where
yeah.
Haaland had an absolute stinker and Núñez scored, and then was like everyone thought Núñez was better.
Yeah.
But in all
That went well.
fairness, we've seen ever since then, Haaland in finals has always been atrocious. Has he even scored in the final ever?
I don't know.
I don't think he has. I might be wrong there. He might
I've
have,
done it in
it might have
one,
been a while, but there was a while where he had never scored in the final. He tends to not show up in big games. He loves scoring hat tricks against the lower
I
teams.
think a lot of big
scored a
players are
hat-trick
culprits of
against
that though
United.
now.
Yeah,
for
sort
sure.
of teams that are doing poorly at the moment.
That's a
for
big
sure.
game though.
Well, no, I mean more like cup finals and like
Right,
Premier
yeah,
League
but I
winning
think
games.
it's
You know what I'm
always
saying?
it's always more
Arsenal.
difficult. I think at times for the bigger players to score goals as well because they've got
It's
they're
a weight on the
doubled up.
shoulders.
They're always like.
True.
Like
doubled up.
Salah never scores in big games either, but he's
Well, he
always
doesn't. He
doubled
doesn't
up.
score in finals. He scores in big games. I'll tell you that now. Big 6 games.
But that's the same thing with Kane,
scores
and
so
everyone,
many
no one
goals.
calls him a
Yeah,
big game
How
player.
the hell have you ended up with both of them, by the way?
What's that?
Van Dijk and Salah renew.
Yeah, I don't
You were
think-
devastated about that.
Oh,
weren't you?
mate, I was
You were telling me
fuming.
when we were on here a couple of weeks ago. You were going
PSG.
"Oh, he's not staying. He's
Saudi.
not staying.
What's happening with Trent, by the way? Because what is he doing with the corner
Oh,
flag?
Yes.
Well, we'll get on
we
to
can,
that game.
we can move on to that now. I don't know how that wasn't 5 or 6-0. The chances that Liverpool missed. Oh my gosh. Salah should have had a hat trick. Although that was the best performance I've seen him play in a while. Actually, he should have had about 3. Jota missed from about 3 yards out. Was it? Might have not even been that.
Wait,
He
was
hit-
that the goal?
Yeah,
Like,
he hit the crossbar. Luckily enough.
Oh my
Trent-
God.
Trent got the rebound.
Was that the game where they hit like crossbar like 3 times or
Yeah.
twice in a row?
Oh, it was just mental. It was absolutely
Yeah.
mental. But Leicester are down.
Yeah.
They're gone. No,
I can't believe that.
No,
Just say-
no,
I'm
Just
really
Matt.
surprised at
Hold
that.
that, Matt.
Very
Hold that.
surprised.
Leicester get.
I
Leicester
thought they
get
were going to finish
relegated.
mid-table.
Hold on.
I knew they're going
Leicester
down.
get relegated and Matt disappears
Matt's
from the
not
podcast.
here. Matt's not here. Where's
Yeah.
he gone?
He's effed off. No, but literally, we're talking about a space of like 4 years ago. They were FA Cup holders, and they were battling for top 4. They lose their goalkeeper, a very key player, but their goalkeeper. They weren't able to replace him properly, and they get relegated. And now they're a championship team.
Well, we've swapped
What
places with
the
them.
fuck has happened?
Yeah, but their
What
recruitment's
the hell has
awful.
happened?
Their recruitment's
Yeah,
terrible.
It's been so poor. I mean,
Their recruitment has been decent.
Has it?
No, it hasn't. It's been awful. It's been
about that.
terrible.
It's
arguably the worst
gonna be-
recruitment in the league.
no. Recently, it's been poor. I'll give you that. But they rebuilt after. They won the title. had a bit of a poor spell, and then managed to rebuild. They built the best midfield in the league for a couple of seasons with Ndidi, Tielemans, and Maddison.
Still wouldn't say best, but
that.
yeah, good. It was good.
That 1920 season when I think it was the season they beat Southampton 9-0.
Mhm.
They were unreal that season, and obviously at the end missed out on top 4. They bottled it.
Produced Harvey Barnes, gave Ricardo Pereira a chance in the big league. What centre backs have they had recently? Fofana, they sold Fofana to Chelsea for lots of money.
Yeah,
Ben Chilwell, who was at Chelsea for a long time.
Madison
we spoke about already. Who were the forwards? It was Vardy, Harvey Barnes. Who was the right winger?
Ayoze Perez.
After
Perez.
Ayoze Perez, there was another one.
I think it was.
Yeah, it was Perez.
Who they got the most out of, by the way? They managed to get quite a lot
Perez was decent.
out of him, given his limited ability.
He's doing well in Spain. Right
Yeah, it's probably his level.
It's playing for Villarreal. I mean, that's not bad.
It's pretty worse. But what I'm saying is they have had good recruitment over the years. And some of their signings have been really good. I just don't. They just haven't worked out.
I think their
I'm
recent
looking
signings
at-
been
I'm looking at some
terrible.
of
I
them
think they're
this-
really
The
this
only
bad.
one I would say is Hermanson.
Yeah,
But he's
signing.
awful.
And
I don't think he's awful.
Lily, Hermanson, good or bad?
Good.
Yeah.
Hermanson's good.
Oliver Skip, £20 million.
That's
Okay,
terrible.
that's poor. That's poor.
not a good bit of business. I can't like Bilal El Khanous. I mean,
Very
he's-
good signing.
He's shown
He's just.
promise,
I don't.
for sure.
He's not good
Picking
enough
up
though.
Buonanotte on a year loan is actually a smart.
He's not good enough.
It's a smart thing to do.
He's not played half a season.
Yeah, but you
Buonanotte
couldn't
was a
have
good
predicted
sign. That
that.
was the good signing.
It was a very good
Buonanotte
signing.
was
Okay,
good.
picking up the likes of Deco David Reeve, it was a free transfer, so what were you
But when
expecting?
you're
But he's still poor, but like again, there's not much risk to that.
when
one.
you're going from Championship to Prem, you
Right.
don't need 1 or 2 good signings. You need 6,
You need
7
multiple.
very good
Yeah,
signings.
We signed, what was it, 24?
But you went down. They went.
signed
They
so
went
many
down with a
players.
Premier
He
League
signed a whole
team.
new
Yeah, no, I
squad.
100% agree. But they all went, didn't they?
And I mean,
How many of them though? It can't have been that bad.
Tielemans went, Harvey Barnes went, Ricardo Pereira got a lot worse because he's aged. Keeper went, Schmeichel.
Schmeichel went
basically
before.
half the team.
Schmeichel went before. He went the season before.
one of the main
but-
reasons that Leicester got relegated was because they didn't replace him. They had Danny
Yeah,
Ward
Yeah.
And then they went to Mads
And that was
Hermansen,
just
who
not-
I don't rate very highly.
That's
I think
not-
he's a good keeper.
Not a great level.
We're currently giving Lily PTSD. Right
But,
now.
but
The trauma.
even another signing that's not worked out. I know it's only a loan deal, but Odson Edwards played
Yeah.
a total of 142 Premier League minutes this season.
I saw Leicester.
So
Edwards,
I'd like to
Who did you sign
congratulate.
for?
Leicester.
I
was only a
had
loan, though.
no idea
See,
he
was only
went
a
to
loan.
I didn't even
Leicester.
know that he was there.
He actually-
Like,
Injury
played that
issues.
season.
Obviously, Leicester put a post out saying they got relegated. Edward liked the post. What an idiot.
He probably doesn't care though. He's going back to Palace. He's just going to chill.
Yeah, he'll go back to Palace. I mean, don't be wrong. He'll probably
Won't
get. I
play.
can imagine he'll be gone in the summer.
Maybe
Because
go
of
back to
Nketiah,
France.
He screams Saudi.
Yeah.
And Mateta.
Nketiah is not that good. But
He
I'd
does
like to,
scream
I'd like
Saudi,
to congratulate Leicester City on winning the 25-26 Championship title.
That's a
I wouldn't say
statement.
so.
I think Ipswich, if they
That's a
keep
big
a lot of
statement.
players, they
Ipswich,
can do
Ipswich
it.
will be decent as well, but
Leicester are so poorly
mate,
run.
this it's going to be they're going to go up and down, up and down, up and down.
I think Ipswich have done what Luton have failed to do this season, and they've got players ready for the Championship that
Oh,
can
no.
stay.
No,
I-
we thought that last year. didn't
No,
we?
but I know, but that's why I'm saying Luton failed at that because obviously they weren't.
No,
But I think they all
but
are.
they
and
picked
they've
up
proven.
players who were the top quality Championship
Yeah.
players on good deals, so that if they did go down, they can stay down. Like a couple of the Ipswich signings have been really fantastic.
I'd
So
say they got it right.
look at the loan
Even
deal
though they're getting
for
relegated.
the one that really stands out for me. The loan deal for Kajus in midfield.
Yeah, but that doesn't matter because he's
Bec-
on loan.
He's on loan with an option to buy if they stay up. Now, any other Prem club would have just bought him.
A lot of the mid-table teams now,
They haven't done
they've
that.
been relegated before, like Forest, Fulham, those teams.
Yeah.
They get relegated once and then they bounce back up because the money they inject in.
Did we get
not
relegated?
Forest,
Oh,
who
I
did
was going to say.
Who did I?
Norwich.
No, it's not Norwich.
Fulham.
Maybe it was.
It should be
Burnley.
Norwich.
Burnley.
It might be Leeds now, actually.
Leeds.
But
No, Leeds
I,
stay down
I feel
before
like they will
Leeds.
stay up because it.
Leeds are the most likely because they're the most creatively fluid.
Right.
But money-wise, I think they've got enough to pump back in.
Yeah. I mean,
But look
that's
at
what I'm
thinking.
saying.
it's like
It's
Shami
really
Schmolix was
annoying
the best player in the Championship last season.
Bournemouth,
Ogbene
that's what I'm thinking
is Championship quality. Jack Clark is more than Championship quality. Liam Delap won't stay, but
Won't
would
stay.
be.
They've got Hurst.
Amari Hutchinson balls out in the Championship. Connor Chaplin, Sam Morsey's a great DM in the Championship.
Jacob Greaves,
Jacob
good
Greaves, Leif
Championship.
Davis, like Ben Johnson, Axel Tuanzabe's fine. And you got Palmer, who was one of the best goalkeepers in the Championship this season.
I think,
Yeah.
So
I think we have kind of gone off on a tangent here because
We
we
have.
haven't actually said that Liverpool are one game away from a title.
I'm trying to
are.
ignore
Yeah, but
it.
they've been
You're
one game
trying
away from
to-
the title for basically forever now. haven't
No,
they?
I mean,
Pretty much
this
well,
is the
isn't
thing
It
that
could
I've
be
been
today,
seeing.
it
I've
would.
been seeing this narrative right on the internet. Just because all the other teams aren't doing as well, it means less for Liverpool to win the league
no, of course it
title.
don't.
I mean, yeah, I've seen loads of people. I saw Liam Gallagher responded to.
Oh, we don't care what Liam
he
Gallagher thinks.
responded to Doogie Critchley on Sky
Yeah, I
Sports.
saw
He
that.
tweeted
It's
it.
funny though.
Yeah, and I was just thinking, what did he put? Like, talk to me when you win 4 in a row or something like
No, he
that.
said
Oh,
something very Liam
yeah.
Gallagher.
Oh, yeah.
No,
I
it
hate
was
Alexis
something.
So much.
He used a specific word, didn't he? And I can't remember what the word was, but
There is nobody on this planet whose opinion I care about less than the Gallaghers. I genuinely couldn't give less of a shit what they have to say.
Well, I think there are
Genuinely.
worse people than
Katie
like
Hopkins.
Joey Barton.
Oh,
as
yeah.
well.
yeah, Joey's
Barton's
I
not
great.
despise that person.
Oh, yeah, she's
we
awful.
could move away from that anyway. do
Lloyd's panicking.
no, do we
I'm gonna lose my job.
do we think Alexander Arnold is staying? Because
Well, can you describe what happened to people, please? Because I don't think everyone's seen it.
he scored.
Took his shirt off.
He takes his shirt off, throws it back, and he's just giving it all to the Liverpool fans. You know,
Did he not hang it on the corner flag?
No, McAllister did that.
Oh, did
Trent
he?
wasn't actually the person who did that.
Ah,
McAllister
see,
put it
that-
on
What
the
does that mean,
corner
though?
flag.
If he'd
doesn't mean
hung it on the
anything.
corner flag, he might be like, "This is me. I'm Liverpool."
He's
like,
done him dirty there.
I mean, don't get me
Yeah.
wrong. It's a great photo. I mean, if you see it as he's walking away,
Yeah.
it's a great photo.
I think he's gone.
Trent now scores a goal and Liverpool fans like him again.
I mean, I've never
Oh,
not
no,
liked
no,
him.
you did,
Yeah,
yeah,
I've never
yeah.
not
It's the
liked
Twitter.
him.
It's the Twitter. Isn't it?
But yeah, you know,
He's gone. He's gone.
I think he is.
I was
gone
actually-
as well.
I think, but it's still a little bit.
I'd love it
I
if he
think-
turned around and just signed that contract at the end of the month.
Be like, wait a
I'm
minute.
Staying. I'm staying.
I'm fucking staying.
No,
he's not staying. He's
that
gone.
interview,
He's gone. Madrid.
that interview at the end, because I actually watched the game in the second half. I was actually excited for that interview at the end with him because I wanted to know what he was going to say
Yeah.
because he could have dropped something, but the fact he was like he's not going to say anything like the future. From
Sorry.
You're right
It was a
there.
hiccup. It was a hiccup, man. Jesus.
the fact that
special.
he says he's not going to say anything on his future, I think he's
I
gone,
feel like
mate.
that.
He's gone.
I feel that's a sign he wants to leave though, because Harry Kane was always saying I'm just focusing on how Spurs are doing, but he always wanted to leave.
Mate, you can't say anything. No one's ever going to
Oh
say
no,
anything.
you're
Yeah.
not allowed.
Well, it's just like as well. I don't think he's going to stay because we've got Van Dijk on a 400 grand a week contract.
Is that how much it is?
Yeah,
is
but
the
how
mo-
long is it though?
It's a 2-year deal.
That's
why.
33
No, but
years
it's a
old.
2-year
He
deal,
is the
that's
most
why.
expensive defender in Europe now.
Well, it's not
I
best
get
defender
it
in
if
Europe.
he's-
so
Yeah,
it wouldn't-
exactly.
wouldn't
Which I
surprise me.
think's fair enough.
I get it if he's like 26, 27. He's 33, isn't he?
Yeah, but I think he's sort of that massive contract. What he's done for Liverpool. Football Club.
Centre backs, you can get away with it a little bit more. He's going to drop off massively within these 2 years, but I think you can get away
I
with
think
it.
it'll be the
so.
season
I don't
after.
think he
Yeah,
will.
I think he can. He can.
Yeah.
He dropped off before.
Yeah, I think
Yeah,
this
but
is.
he dropped
definitely
off
can.
because of
By
his
the end-
ACL.
Well, exactly.
By the end of this
Yeah,
contract, you'll be
I don't
happy
think
for
to
him.
have another ACL injury. I think that would be crazy. You'd have to have
No.
Pickford
By-
But his
by the
legs
end of-
could go.
wipes
His
him
legs
out.
could go again.
By
Not-
the end of
not
this
even ACL.
contract, by the end of this contract, you'll be happy that he's walking.
Yeah, but he could retire at the club.
Exactly.
I'd
Or
like
he'll
him
go back to
retire.
Groningen, or he'll do
I think
whatever,
Saudi,
but he'll be
I think
done.
Saudi for like 2 years and then
Do you
retire.
reckon so?
Call it quits.
Yeah,
Nah.
I
You need
don't
to
know.
rake
He
it in a
doesn't-
bit.
On a 400k a week contract, he'd be fine.
Yeah.
He'll go to Groningen for 2 years and then he'll retire.
But this time next week, we could be Premier
mean,
League champions.
could be
Oh,
tonight.
fuck off.
Could be, yeah, exactly. Could be tonight. Most likely, hopefully, will be Sunday. I don't think it will be tonight, but
Don't talk to me.
Hope so.
I would like it to be.
Just don't talk to me.
I do want to talk about a specific player of the Aston Villa team. I want to speak about Yuri Tielemans.
Yes.
What a signing he has been for Villa. I know we spoke about him earlier.
Why
He has been...
weren't more big teams looking at him?
Exactly.
I am
I don't
sorry.
understand it. I
Why,
don't get it.
Man United, you are the biggest idiots on the planet. He was
knew
going
that.
on a free transfer. He had one bad season. You thought, oh no, he's not good enough. He was class. He was
Yeah.
one of the best midfielders in the league for years. And you thought, oh, now we're good. We'll let him go to Villa. Mate, just fucking stupid. And they're doing it again, right? Naipan's going to Villa on a
He's a
cheap deal.
quality player. That's a
Why are we
quality
not
player.
looking at that?
Yeah.
Oh,
Is that
it's just-
free?
It's
that
it's
for-
cheap.
Naipan,
It's cheap.
he's from Norway, but he's quality. as a young player.
Yeah, a lot-
19.
highly
I've heard
tipped.
he's an
Highly-
I have heard
highly
he's an
tipped.
FM wonder kid.
He is also an
Henry
FA.
knows.
Henry knows.
Right.
He's got a Villa, and it's just like, why was no one else?
Yeah, I mean, you've brought Manchester United into the conversation,
Do
so
we
why
have to
don't
talk
why
about
don't we talk about Manchester United 0, Wolves 1? What a game, eh?
It's a great.
I would be very, very, very scared if I were you lot.
Scared?
For a couple of reasons.
But why would we be scared of Man United for?
One, the only time the Glazers ever spend money, and they never spend money, the only time they ever...
No, stop there.
Excuse
Stop there.
me?
Never spend money.
You guys spend 200 million every year.
Exactly.
Well, first of all, the Glazers never spend any money because they don't put any money into the club.
Right,
That's
is it that's
But
what
the
you
only
mean?
Whenever the time when we spend money, because we have spent money, the only time we do it is when we've had a really shit season. We crash out. We're not in Europe. They only care. They only care when we're not in Europe and we're not as marketable. So what they will do is they will now spend big this summer to push us back into Europe, and then they'll stop caring again. But we're gonna get better, right?
I think it's
Secondly-
pretty hard to get worse.
Well, yeah.
Yeah,
true.
to be fair, yeah. What is the
Secondly-
record? 10 wins, 8 draws, 15 losses. Manchester United are a total of 41 points behind Liverpool. You said a statistic to me yesterday, which
It can't
when
get any
Spurs
worse.
got- when Spurs got battered by Liverpool at our ground, Liverpool had achieved more points than you have now, which was in December. Yeah, it's not great, is it? Same for Spurs.
I did
as
know
well.
that. I did know that. To be fair, I did know that. Second point, we've got some semi-final. I don't care about the Premier League anymore. We're losing.
Well, yeah. I mean, I can
Um,
imagine so because you've got nothing left to play for.
Exactly. We've got Europa League left. Guess who's back?
Who?
It's interesting that.
You know.
Go on,
You know who it is.
just go on.
You know who it is.
I'm not going to say it.
Who is it? Well, why didn't you tell me?
You know who it is.
He's going to say Ahmad.
Oh, is he back?
When's he back?
Ahmad's back, boys.
Oh,
We're
Right.
going on a European tour. Let's go. We're
You're
going to have
already-
Champions League football. We're going to win the
you're
Europa
already
League.
on
No, shush. I'm going to say something now. We're going on a European tour. We're gonna win the Europa League because Ahmad's back. He's going to play right wing. He's going to score a hat trick against Bilbao.
Move your mic
He's going
now.
to score a hat trick against Bilbao.
Yes.
We're going to qualify for Champions League football, so we can then attract players such as Osterman, who's going to come in for us. We're going to attract Ryan Cherky. We're going to get another centre back, another midfielder, and Frimpong on the right wing. And we're going to fucking dick you all next season. Watch it. Watch it happen.
Does
We're
PSR
back.
not exist for Man United or something?
Huh?
Does PSR not exist?
No. No, it doesn't.
it's just a
not-
myth for
not
them.
We'll just
compared to-
we'll just
for
we'll
like
just
teams
we'll
like
just
Forest,
sponsor
to be
another
fair.
track company. We'll be fine.
They generate way more
I
money.
think
than
we
you
have.
Our
more-
income
I
is
think
ridiculous.
I
We're the
think-
only club that can legally spend that.
We're,
kind of money.
I think Spurs are the only. We were the most profitable team last year, I think.
Yeah.
But
Yeah, we didn't spend
I think
money.
this year we were bad.
Yeah.
But I think you're the one that's always at least in the top 3 every time.
Yeah.
I think we have more chance of
City
getting Nottingham.
pretend they are. They're not because they're
They're
cheap.
not at all.
But yeah, we can spend City money and legally because we have the best revenue, we have the best marketing, we have the best partnerships and sponsorships in the league.
Doesn't get you points, eh?
No, it doesn't. Clearly.
Clearly.
Thanks, Lloyd. Cheers for that one. So yeah, you know what? We're back next season. This has been a shit season. I'm going to forget all about it. It's done now. I've had my rants, as you all know.
yeah.
I've had my rants. A lot of players are going to leave. A lot of youngsters are going to get a chance, and a lot of signings are going to be made. And we're back next year.
And realistically, we're going to be sat here in a year's time, and United are going to be mid-table.
It's all right. They'll be in the bottom half next season, so it'll be fine. Right, anyway.
It's fine. I know exactly what's going to happen. I don't need you guys to agree with me.
Yeah, who knows? We'll have to wait and see.
I'm out
We've
for the
got
Ballon d'Or.
so Tottenham and Nottingham Forest played each other on Monday.
Mm-hmm.
You were at the game. Were you at the game as well, Ronnie? Nah, you didn't fancy it.
No.
Yeah.
How was it?
Massive. We needed that win. Back up to, well, now 4th because of last night. But no, we really need that win. Chris Wood's back in goals.
Yeah. What was Vicario doing for that goal? I can't lie. That's really poor.
But
Yeah.
honestly,
Yeah.
That's all you can say.
I've not got.
He's not got the effort or the energy to.
No, I do really like Vicario, but
I
it's
think
just-
he is
it was-
decent.
I think he's a top keeper, but it was just one of those ones where he's got flappy hands sometimes. It's just I've not got an answer.
I mean,
Emi Martinez did the same thing basically. So
Yeah, he did it last night, didn't he? That was very poor.
I'm getting a bit sick of these modern goalkeepers. I'm not going to lie to you. Bring back the days of the David De Gea's, the Peter Cechs, the guys who didn't give a shit how you kick the ball. You just keep the ball out the bloody net.
I'd say they're all modern.
Matt Sells is the best.
Yeah. Anyway, we were poor. I would admit that. Defensively, we were solid in some essence. We were good defensively, but As an all-round performance, we were poor. But I said before the game, I don't care how we do it, just win.
I said
You-
before the game,
you-
I said if you score in the first 20 minutes, we'll lose the game.
Hmm.
If you don't score in the first 20 minutes, you'll find it really hard. And what happens? We can see 2 goals in the first 20 minutes. Fantastic.
I mean, we're at the point of the season where, like, I don't care how we play, we just got to win because this Champions League race is so tight. It's so tight. Like, we could be like 6th or 7th by the time we play our next league game, which is quite mad. But no, a huge win. Angry Tottenham fan at the Tube.
Oh yeah, tell us about that.
Yeah,
Your experience with an angry Tottenham fan.
So we get to the Tube station, Seven Sisters, I think that's where we went. And we go around the side bit because that's the gate that no one's using because it's furthest away. And me and Ethan, we kind of cut the line a little bit.
Well, that's your first fucking mistake.
Yes.
but no one,
you
no,
are
no one
British. You don't cut
no,
lines.
no one really noticed. But this Tottenham fan must be like 50 or something. Turns around to me, says, "You better stay right where you fucking are." and then
Yeah,
he
not
stood,
great.
and then he goes through the gate, and he stood there waiting for me. He stood there waiting. I go through, and he's like, "You lot are gonna win fuck all next season." It's like,
I agree.
honestly,
Calm down, mate.
honest-
Calm down.
yeah, but like I said to you, I didn't say anything to him. I was
You just walked past.
I
him.
He was just that
I
rattled
was
that they lost to
talking to
Nottingham
Ethan.
Forest.
I was talking to Ethan, and I was the only Forest fan in the Tube station because there was going to be no trains back to Notts. But no, he was, and there was even Tottenham fans telling him to calm down.
Yeah.
Like, I
Some
get
people
it.
just do get rattled.
Yeah, I understand it.
Or off his
if
nut.
I understand
Or both.
it if I said something. I understand if I said something.
Yeah.
But the fact that I said nothing,
Mm-hmm.
and I thought he was going to punch me. Honestly, he was fuming. He was absolutely fuming.
He was raging.
Yeah.
But yeah, I'm just looking at the stats now. 22
Yeah, don't need
shots
to spend
for
stats.
Tottenham to Nottingham Forest 4. 4 big chances missed for Spurs. 1 big chance for Nottingham Forest, and they took it.
It's,
It's what we do.
It's
That's
classic
the Harry
Spurs.
Kane difference.
It's
4 big
that,
chances.
that game in particular
He buries
was.
at least 3.
Normally, I'd be saying we haven't missed him that much, but that game was definitely showcasing that. But I also think if Solanke's in that game, we score more.
So who's your striker
And-
then in that game?
Richarlison
Richarlison who scored.
But he was resting players. He was resting players that game.
No, to be fair, Richarlison had a good game.
He
I
put
thought.
Richarlison
mate,
back in fitness. He
The
put
only way
Kulusevski
you're
back into fitness that
successful-
game.
No. The only way you succeed next season is if you get rid of that boy. He is
Well, the
useless.
Telegraph exclusive was he's going either way if we win it or not.
Good. No, I'm not talking about Ange. I'm talking about
Oh, Richarlison. Oh no,
Richarlison.
he's going. He's going Saudi.
Thank
Oh, wow.
You should be thanking some god. You should be.
Yeah.
It's just he's been injured a lot, hasn't he? He's
He's
never has he
useless.
really had a
He
run
makes
of
Darwin
hasn't
games
had
Nunez
for
a
the
look like a
team?
striker.
He's not had a run of games, has he? I mean, he was decent. To be fair,
The only run of
He was
games he
decent
did
for
have, he had
Everton.
10 goals in in that season. It was
Yeah,
last season.
I remember having him in my FPL at one point. It was doing great for me.
Mm.
But apart from that, not really much else. Chelsea beat Fulham to
was
help
fuming.
themselves in the top 5 race
Oh,
as
an Arsenal
well.
fan just celebrated that. You just celebrated that.
Alex Iwobi scored inside the opening 20 minutes.
Another golden ball for Ryan Sessegnon, who's back on the
He's
wing.
a player, by
Yeah.
the way.
He was always a player.
He's.
You ruined him.
I
This
don't
is your fault.
disagree.
This
I
is
don't.
all your fault.
I agree. But
It's always Tottenham's
well,
fault.
the one game I thought he was unbelievable when he was at Spurs was he got man of the match. I'm pretty sure was in the North London derby when we won 3-0. He absolutely pocketed Saka when he's playing left wing back, and I'm not even joking. If you watch the game, he was so good that game. Another game where he was good was the first 20 minutes against Bayern when we got battered and he scored. And he's always been a good player, but I don't think he was ever good enough to start for a Big Six team or like
Right.
a team in Europe. Fulham's his level. I think Fulham's his level.
Yeah.
I think he could have gone much better. I think Jose's just a dick. He just
No, it was Conte.
No,
Conte.
yeah.
I'd
It
say it's
wasn't-
more
it
Conte
was
than Jose.
Jose first.
Yeah, it was his signing. Same as Spence though. Like got signed before.
I love
Well,
Spence.
actually no, he was Conte.
But
But
Spence was Conte. I
he-
remember that.
yeah.
Was a bit
No,
later
Spence
on.
wasn't a
But-
Conte signing.
No.
No.
Was he
Club,
not?
No,
club signed it. No, he
well,
was
oh,
on the.
yeah,
whilst
but he
Conte
was-
was in,
Right, yeah,
But
but he
the
was a
club
club
signing.
signing.
Yeah.
Conte didn't want him, yeah. But like you think about how great he is at attacking the space, whilst also getting a load of defensive actions in. He's your perfect like left wing back, like left winger option, just to control the wide left area.
And it allows Anthony Robinson to do what he does.
Oh, and he's
It
been
allows him
brilliant,
to
hasn't
get
he?
forward.
He's been really, really
Yeah,
good.
well, he's he's not going to go back to playing left back for Fulham now because he can't.
He won't.
Robinson's
No.
there.
He's better as a left winger anyway.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He's
Wait,
better.
did he play left wing in this game? Or did he
I
play
think he
right
played
He
on
left.
the.
He was on the left. He got
He
got
played
the
on the.
assist.
He
from
played on the
left.
right.
He
it
said
says
on
here.
right.
Right.
Oh, maybe
Yeah,
I
it
was
says
wrong.
he plays on the
He
right.
got the assist
Maybe I
from
was
the
wrong
left.
about
Yeah.
Robinson.
So
then.
maybe him and Iwobi were kind of switching then.
Yeah.
Which means he's committed to being a winger, which is fine. That was the only thing about Sessegnon, is we didn't know if he was a fullback or a winger. He didn't really commit to either one.
He was a
Yeah.
better winger. He's
I mean,
always
what a
gonna be a
season
better
Alex Iwobi's having, by the way. He's got 9 goals, 5 assists. Like,
He was always a decent player. If you looked at his underlying numbers at Arsenal, he was fantastic. But they just thought, nah, we can do
no,
better.
and
Even at
they
Everton,
sold
was
him.
it? At
At the
Everton,
time,
he
Yes.
was great, was he?
No, and he loves it. Loves a goal against Wolves. I always see him pop up a goal against Wolves for some reason. You're very happy about that,
I
but
just think Wolves need to be put in their place.
Wolves
is
have
what I'm saying.
rattled you, bro.
No, because I was saying this before they beat.
well, you
us,
get, you
so
might
haven't-
I know
you might be getting Cunha anyway off them.
Exactly, and
So
they're
you've,
gonna-
so you've got to
and
be
then they're
grateful.
gonna get
Yeah, but you're
relegated.
buying another player with an attitude problem again.
But
Fits
he
in, fits in,
fits
though. Fits in.
United. But he fits that system perfectly. I genuinely think he does.
I also
He
think
fits that
once
system
he
so
gets to
well.
a big club, he will probably calm down.
He was at Atletico Madrid though.
Yeah, but
and he
he
got
was
let
under
go.
it's like under Simeone. It's either you fit or you don't. There's
Don't.
no in between with
There's
Simeone.
no flair with Simeone.
No.
But also, you want your 10 to have a little bit of an attitude, right? You want them to be your biggest problem.
Gibbs,
keep
what
you
I
on your
don't have an
toes.
attitude.
What?
Gibbs, what I don't have an attitude.
Yeah, and he's not as good as other 10s. Bruno has an attitude, and he's great. You know what I'm saying? Like Cantona, look at him as well. Like how? Okay, maybe don't kick a fan, but you know, like how?
Yeah, that's great attitude,
What,
isn't it?
what statement that is?
You have to be arrogant as a number 10. You have to control the game and go, no, I am fucking class. I'm gonna stick this in the top corner, and that's what Cunha.
He's done it. He's done it multiple times, hasn't he? I mean,
You want a player who's gonna
Yeah.
make the Arsenal fan TV. He's done it again.
He's done it again, that Harry
Harry
Kane.
Kane.
You want meatheads to be looking like that every time he's playing. That's what you want, and that's what he'll do.
If you don't sign a striker though, that might be where he ends
Oshman.
up. No, but if you don't get a striker, Cunha might.
I don't
be
think
the
that's a
striker
terrible-
signing.
I don't think that's
Waste
terrible
him at
either.
Striker.
It's
No,
not-
no, no,
He
no,
can
no,
play
no, no, no.
striker.
I need a physical unit up front.
He's physical.
I want Akinfenwa, but good up front. That's what.
Okay, take Akinfenwa then.
No, but Akinfenwa.
Right, he wouldn't play. He's a Liverpool fan anyway, isn't he?
Is he?
Akinfenwa. He wouldn't
Yeah.
play for
Yeah,
Man
he is.
United.
No, but you know what I'm saying. though? I
Um,
want tricky wingers, tricky attacking midfielders in there, and then I want a big unit up front to hold up the ball,
Right.
and just to.
You did
I
have
want
that.
I
at
want him
one
to
point.
kick that ball like he's caught it cheating on his wife. That's how hard you want to.
You did
You
ha-
kick that ball as hard as you possibly can, and you bury it.
You did have that with Lukaku, but
We did, and
Yeah,
then we thought we could. We changed the system. He
still
didn't
don't know
fit, we got
why
rid
you
of him.
sold him.
Because
No,
of those
He was
mental.
bad. He was bad.
I don't think
He
he was that
did not
bad.
do
He
that
wasn't
either.
He
that
was.
bad.
He was
He
bad.
scored goals.
For what he should have been, he was bad.
He didn't fit the system, so he had to go. But right now, he fits the system again. You know what I'm saying? Like things change.
Yeah, no, it just depends, doesn't it, on the system and the team. Tyreek George, first Premier League goal for him as well.
Metal Saka.
Yeah, they keep on. There's
Get
been
sold
like,
to Villa in a year.
but
As
maybe.
all Chelsea Academy graduates do. They get
but no,
sold.
I mean
Or-
he's
or to us.
he's been doing quite well, to be fair to him. Like
I think
first
he's one
season
that's sticking.
coming into the team, I can see him sticking around.
Do you
Pedro
know-
Neto
do you know
scored a
who
great
else
goal.
did great for Chelsea on the wing a few years ago?
Who?
Hudson-Odoi.
Hudson-Odoi.
Yeah, of course. Yeah,
He's still good. He's still
Chelsea's
good
He's
player.
doing better than what Chelsea are.
Chelsea's academy is both the best in the world and also the least utilised in the world
I-
because they just
yeah.
sell.
No, they're
they never
utilised.
use
They're
their
somewhere
academy.
else.
No,
I
no,
just-
I would say they use it. to
Yeah.
some
No, but
extent.
also they're getting
To
the
make
PS,
money.
the PSR from it as well.
I
so
just can't
it's-
believe.
it's
I
utilised.
hate that bullshit.
Yeah.
I'm sorry. As a United fan, I want to see all the academy graduates get given a chance.
Yeah.
It's all about like promoting from within. Okay, you've got to sign some players to be compete. You got to get the best of the best, but you've also
Right.
got to make use of your area and give
Yeah.
people. So you want to give your players a player who's from the area that you're from that you can aspire to.
A lot of leagues have the rule where you have to have 3 under 21 players that are homegrown at your club.
You've got to do
is a
that in
rule a
Champions
lot of
League, I
divisions.
think, can't you? You've got to have 3
Yeah.
homegrown players
Yeah.
in Champions
Yeah.
League.
Like
Yes.
FM.
Or you can't register.
Yeah, so we need.
You have to have
we
8.
need like.
But they'll be playing.
Yeah.
You'll be able to use the youth academy players for that, no? Surely.
I mean, we've got.
That's what we're saying.
Who have we?
Yeah.
We
No,
got,
but you know-
we
that's
got-
what I've just said.
Yeah,
to
we've
him,
got we've got Yatesy.
No, but you know when
Saka, but-
people, when teams call up their goalkeepers
Yeah,
into Europe, that's why.
yeah.
That's the
Exactly.
only reason why.
It's like the amount of players that we had, I think, for the PSV game in the group stage after we were automatically finished top. There were so many youth academy players. I mean, we had one that got sent off after 5 minutes of coming off the bench.
Yeah.
Bless him.
But you got to give these guys a chance, and you do that. Some of them
Yeah.
are useless, but some of them are decent. You got
No.
Trent. You got
Yeah, I mean,
Trent.
Trent's done well.
That'll do.
And then go Connor
Curtis
Bradley.
Jones.
who's
We don't
come
talk-
through.
we
No,
don't
you
talk-
got
we don't
some
talk-
coming through
we
as
don't talk
well.
about
Yeah.
Curtis Jones.
Oh, not.
No, yeah, we've already clipped you enough on
I
that.
don't get right. Okay,
Don't need another clip.
Let me-
No, we
can I-
don't.
can
No,
I-
we don't.
Can I address it?
Right.
Can I address the Curtis Jones thing? Maybe saying that Phil Jones is better might have been a bit much, but I stand by the fact that Curtis Jones is useless and he does need to get sold to the Championship as soon as possible.
Championship's hard.
That is
No,
harsh.
No,
He's
not
not a
thinking he can play for
championship
Everton.
player.
He doesn't do
when
anything
we
well.
played against Real Madrid, he was brilliant.
He's
that
not a
night.
great passer. He's not a great dribbler. He's
No,
not
he's
a
a great
retention.
dribbler.
He's not a retention specialist. He doesn't score goals. He doesn't get assists.
He's a midfielder.
He
He's not
doesn't
meant
get
to
many
score
tackles or
goals or get
interceptions.
assists.
Like, what does he do? He does everything mediocre. That's what he does.
I can't agree.
I'd rather
Anyway,
have him than
we're gonna
United.
we're gonna talk about one more game. We're gonna talk about Ipswich 0, Arsenal 4. Of course, they're pretty much just yeah, they are relegated. That challenge from Leif Davis, did you see it? Because he
Yeah.
didn't go for the ball at all, did he?
I didn't think
Also,
it was that
Saka's reaction was a little bit like over the top.
I didn't see the reaction,
Yeah, I
but I
saw
saw
it.
the challenge.
There was a
It's-
TikTok of you know, Tom and Jerry, where Tom like goes like jumps up and goes.
Oh right,
Yeah.
yeah.
Is that?
Yeah, I think it was a bit harsh.
But yeah, Trossard with 2
It's not
goals. Martinelli with another goal as
You
well.
can't replicate that noise.
If you can't break an ankle every now and again, what's the point? Like, you know what I'm
Oh
saying?
no!
I'm
Goodness
joking.
me!
I'm joking.
I know
I'm
you're
joking.
joking.
His ankle's probably bleeding every game.
Or Saka.
Yeah.
He does get fouled a lot.
I think he must be up there for the most fouled player in the league.
No,
though.
but I have respect for because obviously he should. I keep going back to the Euros 2016. No,
no,
18.
no,
20.
2020.
Yeah.
Only 4 years.
You got there in the end.
Only 5 years, it's 2021.
Like that, and that was a blatant red card. But
yeah.
I have respect for Saka. But yeah, no, it was a bit much for me.
Ethan Waneri, another game, another goal off the bench for him as well. I mean, they've just got some great talents
Is
coming
he
through.
just not
haven't
going
they?
to start starting soon? Given how
I-
useless
If Odegaard
Odegaard
keeps
is.
hiding in games, then yeah.
Yeah.
I just have a feeling he's going to end up having a better career than Saka for some reason.
No.
Waneri, do you
No
think
chance.
so?
I just have a feeling he will.
I don't think so.
Only if he goes to Real Madrid, which is possible.
I think we've just got to see it. Like he's
I
only
just
18.
think
He's got
what
such a long career
Waneri's-
ahead of
He's
him.
18 now. Jesus.
What
Yeah.
and
I think
what-
people underappreciate Saka.
Oh, Saka's
no,
quality.
Don't
He is
get me wrong,
quality.
Saka's
The
quality.
problem is, right, he's playing in a league where the best player in the league is Mohamed Salah. And he
Yeah.
will always be underappreciated.
The big argument with
Salah.
Saka though was that like a couple of years ago was like, was he world class?
Oh, he is.
And then now that he is world class, no one's saying it.
He's a world-class football
all
player.
I'm saying is he would be the perfect left winger for United.
I think
He's a right winger.
I think at the young,
No, but he's left-footed and he can tackle the
Yeah,
half
but
space like
no,
he's
he
Stringman.
plays-
Oh.
He's one of
Yeah,
them.
he wouldn't go to
Salah's-
Man United anyway.
He wouldn't.
You're thinking
but I just-
theoreticals here.
I'm thinking a bad on the right wing. I'm thinking Saka
Sak-
on the left wing.
No, but
Sa-
I think-
one of Saka's best things is cutting in from the right and onto his left.
no, but not
yeah,
even
but his
that.
left
that
foot is
this is why I'm
lethal.
saying he's underappreciated though, because he could do that job on the left wing. And like at the last Euros, I was always saying it. Why weren't they playing Saka on the left and Palmer on the right? I don't know why they didn't do that.
Could have potentially, but then I also think that Palmer's always been better centrally. I don't think he's his best position
Oh
is
yeah,
on the
no,
Yeah,
wing.
of
I
course.
want him. I want to give him a role where he can be as free as possible to float
But
into the half
Bellingham's
space.
there.
That's
It's
why.
just that
No, that's
Bellingham's
why
there.
I've always said Bellingham should be in the 8.
Yeah.
That's why I've always.
At
I
the time, yeah,
At
but
the time, I didn't agree with it. Now, I
now
do.
now Bellingham, I think now Bellingham's got to be in a free role. I think
Yeah.
it's different. I'm the other way around.
No,
But I think there's players that you could put in there
nowadays,
now.
under Thomas Tuchel, under a true tactician, you can afford to be a bit more attacking. You could go to a 3-4-3. You could do exactly what United's doing right now. Have two wingers being Saka and Palmer, and then have two attacking midfielders, or put Palmer in the attacking midfield slot and put a different winger on the right.
I think for England that's too attacking. The back line's too slow to do that.
Yeah, I mean we'll see what happens.
Where he
won't we,
Colwill
eventually.
and Branthwaite is not that too slow.
No, I mean
That
it's
makes
not
sense.
fast though, is it? It's not
What would
lightning
be your
quick.
England midfield three?
Oh, if it was midfield 3,
Yeah,
Rice has to be in there.
because I've got mine.
Rice has to be in there.
I'd have Rice, Bellingham, Palmer.
I'd have
Palmer,
Rice,
yeah.
Bellingham, Wharton.
Wharton, I love Wharton.
I'd
I
have
wanted
Rice.
Wharton to start
Rice
at the
can't be in the
Euros, and he
six. Rice
didn't.
can't be in the six. He needs to be in the 8.
Based on current form, Rice, Bellingham, Gallagher.
Gallagher.
No, that's
you
so
need a bit more.
unbalanced.
You need a bit more bite in that midfield. You need somebody who can tackle. Yeah,
You've
I'm
got
sorry.
bite.
Bellingham can tackle, and Rice can
not that
tackle.
Bite, Bellingham, Rice,
is a-
Wharton,
Rice is
all
a
of them
deep-
have
Rice
that.
is a deep playmaker. Palmer, Gallagher is the runner with tackling him, and then you put Bellingham in the attacking role. You need to have a bit. You can't have 3 attackers in your midfield.
What's Gallagher
three.
going to do in that 3?
He's going to be the defensive one.
The defensive one. Gallagher, the defensive midfielder.
Defensive work rate, and then also space eating.
He was an attacking midfielder at Palace and at
Okay,
Chelsea.
but not at Chelsea. He was not an attacking midfielder. At
No,
Chelsea.
I mean,
Essentially
the
was.
midfield
There's a
too.
reason
He was an
Simeone
advanced
lost it.
8 at the minimum.
Nah.
I mean, the midfield too in the Albania game was Rice and Curtis Jones and
Oh, don't.
and Bellingham. So who knows?
Curtis
Who
Jones
knows?
should never play for
We
England ever again.
we could talk about that another time. I'm just going to quickly run
Oh,
through the
it's
rest of the games.
1966.
Sorry, we've gone on a load of tangents today.
No, we have
Yeah.
we have done, but which is why I'm just going to quickly run through it, so then we
It's what I do
don't overrun. Brentford 4, Brighton 2. Brian Mbeumo has 18 league goals. Johan Visser has 16. We are seeing
But they both could leave.
we're,
so.
we're seeing like
Cracking
a season. What do they call it? Like season you never forget sort of players. What's the word?
Streets
for it?
won't forget.
Streets won't forget.
Right.
I genuinely think that's what's happening, and we'll look back at it in 10
I
years'
think that's what's
time.
happening with Wissa. I don't think that's what's happening in Burmo.
Apparently, our chances of signing Whistle.
They've got 34 goals
You're not-
combined.
you're
Like
not-
it's a duo. Is
Visa,
unreal.
Visa's purple patch. Mbuemo's done it a couple of years now.
I think he's
Visser's
going
done it a few
Newcastle.
years.
Visser's
now,
always been good, I think, as well. But in Mbeumo, because he's younger,
He's
isn't
not
he?
going to Liverpool now, is he?
No.
No, I think Burmo's going Newcastle. I think
I
that's
could
where he's
see
going.
Newcastle. Then, like him and Jacob Murphy as options. That's not bad considering.
I
how
think
Jacob
Murphy
Murphy is the purple patch season. Like you can't
Yeah.
say
But
Murphy's
he's
purple
been doing
patch
this
season.
since December now. This has been a
That's
while
a
for
purple
him.
patch.
I
That's
think
months.
That's 4 months.
I think we
Yeah,
could
that's
get
a,
Whistle.
Do you think that's a purple patch?
You can have an
Absolutely.
entire season where you're great and then just drop
Yeah,
off
you
completely.
can have one season wonders.
Yeah, I mean for sure, but I still think
Yeah,
he's a good backup
Visa's
option to have.
Visa did
Yeah,
it last
squad
year as
player.
well.
Yeah,
he's a good player. I just don't think he's going to keep up the numbers he has.
I honestly think we could sign him in the summer.
I don't see. It's a possibility.
Because they both, because they
Yeah.
both could leave. We wanted him in January. We put a bid in January. Brentford didn't like
Yeah.
it.
You went in for Cunha as well, and you didn't get him. So
So we'll have to wait. Well, again, keep on saying it, we'll have to wait
Ambition,
and see.
mate. Ambition. That's what it is.
Crystal Palace against Bournemouth was 0-0. Of course, they went down to 10 men inside the first half. They still managed
it
to
is
who
harsh.
got sent off?
When
get
it
a
Chris
result.
Richards.
Chris Richards, second yellow card.
damn, they
Wasn't
just
it
scored
really
dead
harsh
to
sending
send
off?
back.
Yeah,
They
it
should
was
never-
harsh.
Why did they sell Anderson? That just baffles me.
Was it for money?
What's that? Yeah.
No, because it wasn't even that much. It was like 25 million.
Well, they
that's
sold him.
for
To,
like
it
a
was either
30-year-old.
they were getting rid of
That's
him or they're
pretty
getting rid of his
decent.
captain.
They just
How old
kept
is he?
Hold on.
25, something
You
like
ju-
He
you
can't
ju-
be
you-
25.
He's older than that, Anderson. Now.
You're slating Anderson.
I thought he was
You're
signed
that.
He's
No, I
older
think
than he's
Anderson's
25.
great. That's
No,
what I'm
no.
saying.
You're slating Palace for selling Anderson, but they've just kept a clean sheet.
Okay, he's 28.
Right.
But
Yeah.
still, like he's got like another 5 years in him.
Yeah. I mean,
Yeah, he's not going to be pace to lose. So yeah.
Man City ended up beating Everton by 2-0 on the
Oh,
weekend
for
as
God's sake,
well.
don't talk about
Big
this.
win for them.
If they get top 4, I swear to God, I'm gonna cry.
West Ham dropped points at home against Southampton. Did you see Niklas Füllkrug's interview afterwards?
Yeah.
He was absolutely fuming. That
West
man.
Ham are awful.
He
They're
needs to
awful.
watch himself because he's
It's very interesting.
he's a
Yeah.
perfect example of a purple patch player. I'm
He's not-
sorry, he is.
He's not really done a purple patch.
He's only
either.
played 541
No, but it's
minutes.
not
to be
this year.
fair.
It's not
Oh,
Dortmund.
Yeah, I was
Dortmund.
talking about the Dortmund, yeah.
Yeah, I mean, even still, looking at West Ham because of the form that they're in, do they give Potter the season? Because
Give him pre-season.
because the way it's going, they're just not
Yeah, but
getting any victories, are
Yeah,
they?
but we
What's
were
the
in the
form
exact
looking
same
like?
position last year.
Yeah.
We
West
not
Ham have
wor-
got
they
so
are
many
better,
good
aren't
players, but they're just. It's,
Yeah,
it's really not.
I think
clicking.
Bowen could go this summer.
If
Have you-
Bowen goes, they're in
Bowen-
trouble.
Bowen won't go because there are 17 other players who could or are linked to be.
Danny Dyer won't let him actually.
Well,
Yeah.
Graham,
Also, the latest
That's
form is
another
great,
one I can
but
see at
you've got to win
Newcastle,
against
though, Bowen.
Arsenal and win against Leicester.
yeah, Graham Potter though, 14 matches, 3 wins, 4 draws, 7 losses so far. That's not.
This team,
It's
You
not
give him-
great.
you give him
I would
pre-season.
give him the time, but
right. I know for
playing
a
devil's
fact,
advocate,
It doesn't
I
feel
don't
like
think
a
it's
gel
great.
team
I
either,
know for a
though.
fact that at least
No.
one of the goalkeepers is leaving. Fabianski's going on a free transfer. Cresswell's leaving. Emerson's leaving.
Oh, I've
Kufal's
seen
leaving.
this, actually.
Marapolis is leaving.
Suchek's going as well.
Emerson-
now.
Kilman
Do you
might
say
leave.
Emerson's going to go?
Emerson's off. Apparently, links to
He's
him
old.
leaving.
Oh god.
Ward-Prowse probably will be sold. Suchek's links to Everton.
Wolfhouse starts.
Guido Rodriguez is obviously off. Soler won't be renewed. Paqueta might get banned.
Suchek and Moyes
Alvarez
back
wants to
together.
leave.
That sounds naughty. that.
Irving's not good enough. Skulls might stay. The rest are all youth players. Antonio's leaving. Ings is leaving. Fulker's leaving. Kudus is probably going to go. Ferguson's going
They're not going to lose
Their whole
20 odd
sc-
players.
no,
Henry. That's
no,
not
not
gonna
their whole
Not
I'm
lose
saying,
all of them,
though,
but how can?
A lot of them are free
Yeah.
transfers and loans as well. Some of them you
If
have
like
no
10
choice.
of them can go, how can how can Bowen leave if 10 of them are go?
Yeah, but
Yeah, I'll be interested to see
You're
what
gonna be
happens.
left with Bowen, Somerville, Scarles, and Tadibo, and
Scarles.
Wan-Bissaka.
Tadibo's on loan.
No, he's a permanent.
He's permanent.
I could have sworn he's on loan.
He's permanent.
No,
It was 25 million.
I
wasn't it, or
could
20
have
million?
sworn he's
Because
on
I thought
loan.
we should take it. No, he's a loan.
Yeah, I did
Is
think
it?
he was.
Have
I did
that.
Is
think
that
he
not
was
to
on
buy
loan.
though? That's
Yeah.
got to
It's got to have
Yeah.
a mandatory buy.
There
I
would be an
thought it
option
was-
to buy.
I thought it was a permanent.
No. It must be a loan with a mandatory buy clause.
That's what I think it is.
Maybe. Anyway, FPL time. Do you play FPL, Ronnie, or not? Because
Well, normally I win my leagues. This year I've just sacked it off because there was
you've
no
just sacked it off.
forfeits
Okay,
every week.
cool. Kian, do you want to go through your team? Because you're the
Well,
lowest out of me, Henry.
yeah.
And,
Well, I haven't actually done my
me?
team this week. I haven't touched it in a couple of weeks. I am kind of giving up. I'm not gonna
I
lie
have
to you.
not got fantasy.
well, you still
installed
got
on my
one more
phone.
point than Kian. So
Yeah. Well, so Dean Henderson got me 9, and he's got to play tonight as well.
yeah.
Ait Nuri got me 5, kept clean sheet at United. Livermento got 0. Mitchell got 6, and he's got to play tonight. Salah got me 6, he was my captain. Rogers got me 7. Murphy got me 2. Diaz got me 3. Isak got me 2. Mateta 2, but he's got to play tonight. Strand Larson got me 2. And then you've got Milos Kirkes on my bench, got me 8.
Great.
Another week where
You've had points on your bench. That's been your season all over.
The week before, I had 20 points on my bench.
Oh no. Well, someone might have beaten your points tally on
I've
the
beaten
bench.
it, by the way. I've just reinstalled it on my phone. Do you want me to go through it?
Go for it.
I had David Raya in goal, who got a clean sheet. I had Saliba, who had a clean sheet. I have Lewis Hall in my team, who's injured for a long time. Trent Alexander-Arnold was in my team.
Oh wow.
Ait Nuri in my team, he's got 5 points as well. And Burmo was in my team, 18 points. Palmer was my captain, 4 points. Kulusevski was in my team, including when he was injured as well. And Ahmad is still in my team.
Oh my gosh, it's been that long.
Solanke, 1 point. Chris Wood, 8 points. And I ended on 56.
Ended on 56. Wow. How about you, Henry?
I haven't changed it. Well, so Palmer's still my captain, which I think says a lot.
Yeah.
Pickford was my goalkeeper, 1 point. Inuri got me 5 points. Robinson's still in my team, 1 point. Kirkes got me 8 points. He's been a pretty sick pickup actually this season.
Yeah, I transferred him out this week.
Watch out, because again, big clubs looking for left backs, including Liverpool.
It's Kirkers or Robinson for Liverpool, isn't it?
I think it's Kirkers. I think he's
You'll
Liverpool
go,
bound.
Yeah,
Younger.
I agree. I'd see him at Liverpool, Robinson at United would be my goal. If you were doing it one way round.
Yeah, but you just got Dorgu though.
Yeah, we're not going to do that. But you know what I'm saying. Like,
Yeah.
let's go
If there was two.
one way
Yeah.
or another. Actually, I'd rather have.
One way or
I
another.
think he's more likely to go to Liverpool, but I think he would go to United.
I think Robinson's a
He's
better
bit
wing
better
back.
at United because we're going to play him as a winger rather than a wing back.
Right.
But
I mean, both of them have played wing back
Yeah.
before.
Yeah, I mean, I just
no,
rather
Robinson
Kirkers
is a
because
left back.
he's a lot longer.
Kirkes could be a winger.
But I think Robinson can play
No,
wing
Robinson.
back. Yeah.
Yeah,
No,
Robinson's
there's
got
difference.
second
Wing
most
back,
assists
we
in the
play
league.
wingers, not wing backs. There's a
No, but
difference.
Yeah,
it
Robinson's
depends
got
what
second
side.
most
It depends what
assists
side.
in the league.
Yeah, from left back.
Yeah, so
he's
he's-
way more defensively minded than Kirkes
No, but
is.
when Conte was about, I'd still say Porro was a wing back, even though he flew up the pitch every time. I'd
Yeah,
still
but
call
Porro,
him.
Yeah,
Porro
yeah.
plays as a winger. He played as a winger, but he
still
has
does
more
play as a
attacking
winger,
Yeah,
as
how
a
mu-
fullback, by the
How
way.
much
Yeah.
money would it be to take Pedro Porro?
Take him for free. Let him go.
Right, cool.
Let Spence start. Please.
Happy days. I'd be
I'm not
happy.
saying he's terrible, by the way.
No,
but he's
no,
only
no,
good in
but
games
I-
where we dominate the ball.
I just
Yeah,
want
'cause
him
he
for
can just have
creativity.
freedom of attack. He's not a good defender.
Against
which is the same
Forest-
as Kirkes.
Against
Well,
Forest, he had the most touches by like a country
bit
mile.
much, Kirkes, but-
Right.
Like,
Sharda was in my team, and Bomo got me 18 points. Palmer got me 4. Salah got me 3. Clover got me 2.
How many shot to get?
2. Isak got me 2, and then João Pedro got me -1.
Oh yeah, because he got sent off, didn't he?
On
About time he got sent off. To be fair, considering the last few challenges he's put in.
my bench, Van Dijk with 7 and Wood with 8.
I feel like he wants to move
Wow.
João Pedro. I don't think he's enjoying
I
it.
don't know. I really don't know with him. I got 58 points this week, but the only reason is because I used my bench boost as well, which failed terribly. Sells with 2, Palmer with 2, Mikalenko with 1, Robinson with 1 for the players on the bench. So from 4 players, I got a total of 6 points. Flecken got me 1. Max Kilman, who I transferred in this week because I had Southampton at home, I thought easy clean sheet. Of course, they conceded, didn't they, late in stoppage time. Munoz got me 5. Ait Nuri got me 5. Salah 6 because he was my captain. Bowen 9. Eze 1. Brian Mbeumo got me 18. And then my front 3, Mateta, Isak and Strand Larson all got 2.
Boom.
Of course, though, Crystal Palace and Arsenal are playing tonight, so probably will get a few more points. Now we have predictions. And
A few sinkers last week.
yeah, I only got 1 point. The only result that I got right was Forest beating Tottenham. Kian, you got 4. You got the score right between Forest and Tottenham. And then Aston Villa and Newcastle, you predicted Villa to win. Matt got a total of 6 points. He predicted Chelsea 2, Fulham 1. He predicted Forest to win, Aston Villa to win, and Man City to win. And then Ethan got 1 point. The only one he predicted right was Nottingham Forest to beat Spurs, where he predicted Forest to win by 4 goals to 0.
Fairs.
So the table currently
Is
stands.
that not me though? Is that not my week?
No, this is last week. You were on the week before.
How did I do, by the way? How many points did I get?
I don't know.
I think you got me around 3.
Okay, it's not bad.
So as it stands, Ubaid, Reese, Ethan, and Lenny, they're all on 27. I can imagine Ronnie's.
Ronnie's
you're
doing-
covering that. So got 5 people on the team now.
Yeah.
I'm in third on 31. Matt's in second on 35,
Yeah,
and
Matt's
Kian
overtook you,
is top on 36. Yeah, I've had a couple of stinkers.
So you're covering for Matt.
So I'm covering for Matt.
Yes, you are. And the games we've got to predict: Arsenal, Crystal Palace, Chelsea, Everton, Brighton, West Ham, Wolves, Leicester, Bournemouth, Man United, Liverpool, Spurs.
Right, take us from the top, please. mate.
So let's get started with Arsenal, Crystal Palace.
I think this is the night Liverpool win the league.
Do you reckon so?
I
I
think,
think
it
could.
ends 1-1.
Palace away at Arsenal are normally quite good.
Right.
3-1 to Arsenal.
I'm saying 1-1.
I'm saying 2-1 Arsenal.
Okay. I'll back it. 1-1 as well. Why
Go
not?
on, Lloyd.
Why not? Why not? I think
No, I think
my head is saying Arsenal to win.
this
But
is a proper Rogering. This is they're going to get properly opened up. Spread eagle.
Have they not got Madrid next week
properly
as well? Not
already
Madrid, PSG.
And
Sorry.
then
I've got that next week.
Nathaniel
So
Klein.
wouldn't they rest players?
Nathaniel Klein to score a
equaliser.
goal, please. That'd be
And win
brilliant.
Liverpool the title.
That'd be so
No,
good.
no, absolutely
They
not.
probably rest players though, surely. If they've got PSG next
Yeah, I
week,
can
they're gonna
imagine-
rest players.
I can imagine that, well, because they've not got a game at the weekend either. So,
Honestly, I forgot. It's
yeah, they've not got a game at the weekend, so we'll have to wait and see.
Wednesday, does it?
No.
But
Monday felt like a Sunday. It feels like a Tuesday today.
I think it's because of the EFL games on Friday.
Yeah.
That's what it was.
Chelsea against Everton.
Ooh, no.
2-0 to Chelsea.
2-0 to Chelsea.
Chelsea
yeah, I
home.
agree.
Yeah.
I back it.
3-2 Chelsea.
1-0 Chelsea.
Yeah.
I don't think there's gonna be a lot of goals in it. I just think Everton are
I think the opposite.
they're solid. They're solid defensively usually.
Chelsea,
most of the time.
yeah, but Chelsea usually create quite a lot of chances. They don't always bury them, but I reckon there's enough there to.
Yeah. Brighton against West Ham.
This is tough because it's 2 out of form teams.
1-0 West Ham.
Oh.
I feel like it will be 1-0, but I don't know what way.
Brighton have been bad this season, but they've not been great either. I think they've kind of been off their funk a little bit.
They've been very up and down, haven't they?
Very
Yeah.
up and down, very unpredictable.
Managerial change.
I'm gonna
probably.
say.
Which is what I called it at the start of the season. Then they had a really good start, and now they've started to kind of just do that a little bit. But I think this guy's just young. I think he just needs time to bed his
Also, the
system.
squad changed quite a lot.
I'm gonna.
And it will continue to change quite a lot. That's the thing with Brighton.
Yeah.
It's always in flux.
What are you gonna say,
But
Kim?
then
2-0 Brighton.
2-0 Brighton.
It's tough, isn't it?
1-0 Brighton.
1-0 Brighton.
Yeah.
And then what did you say?
1-0 West Ham.
1-0 West
That's the
Ham.
only reason why
What
I
was
didn't say
yours,
1-0
Lloyd?
West
I'm
Ham.
going 2-1 Brighton. I think both teams will score. Wolves against Leicester.
4-0 Wolves.
4-0 Wolves.
4-0 Leicester. Wolves, I swear to God, you need to start losing
4-0
games.
Leicester.
I am not having it.
Matt's gonna love you for that, but hate you for that at the same time.
Yeah.
You imagine if it is 4-0.
One of us is going to be right, and it's going to be me.
2-0 Wolves.
2-0 Wolves. Oh. I'm going to say 2-0 as well,
I
actually.
mean, Leicester are going to play kids, surely.
At this stage, they've not really... All they've got
They
to
know
play
they're
for is
down.
pride,
I
don't
need
they?
Rude to finally step up and do me a favour here.
Bournemouth against Man United.
2-0.
Man United 4-0.
2-0 to Bournemouth.
2-0 to Bournemouth.
Bournemouth are strong against Big Six, aren't they?
They are. They don't do too badly.
2-1. 2-1 Bournemouth.
I was going to say 2-1 as well. Ooh.
You can say 2-1, Lloyd.
I
the
know.
most
I know.
common
It's just that
score.
I had this. We had the same scoreline last time. Screw it. I'll say 2-1 as well.
2-0 United.
Liverpool versus Spurs.
Do you want to ask me what the score was?
I think this
Oh,
is the
did you not-
toughest
did you
one.
not say it?
I was
You said
joking.
Oh.
Oh,
2-0 United.
2-0 United.
Yeah, 2-0 United.
Okay. Liverpool versus Tottenham.
This is the hardest one in terms of scoreline.
Yeah.
Please, please.
It could be.
Result.
Do I
you can
go with my
predict.
heart or my
Scoreline.
head? This
I'm
is the
gonna
question.
I'm going to say 3-0 Liverpool.
3-0.
Do you
No,
want
there's
the
no
title
way
of
we
this
don't
game?
score.
Yes.
We will score.
Tottenham do love an upset.
Yeah, but this
Last
could be
last few
Liverpool's
times at
game to
Anfield,
win
we've
the
been quite
title.
good against you, but
Yeah.
we don't win.
Okay.
This could be their game to win the title. They're gonna
2-1
go for it.
Tottenham.
2-1 Tottenham. Wow.
I think
No,
4-2
Matt's gonna
Liverpool.
kill
4-2 Liverpool.
4-2.
I'm
Matt's
saying
gonna
3-1
kill
I don't
Liverpool.
give a shit. I reckon this is the one. I reckon
If it's the one to win the league, then you will. There's no
Tottenham
way you don't win.
Yeah.
Tottenham will turn up and give you another week.
Well, do you remember like we were Richarlison that one year? He took his top off, didn't he? He was celebrating the
I
lot.
mean, that to be fair, that was supposed to be the equaliser.
No,
and Lucas
I know.
Moura decides to be that
But
biggest idiot I've
That was-
ever seen.
that was so funny though. It had everything in that game. Van Dijk slipped over, and then you had one of the commentators online going, "Virgil van Maguire."
Who is now a beast, by the way? Maguire's on fire.
Play him up front. Who said that? Wait, who said that?
Somebody, but it was a
No,
smart idea.
who said?
What-
Harry Redknapp. That's who
What's
said
that?
it.
What did he say?
Play Maguire
He
up
said to
front.
play Maguire up front.
Maguire up front. Well,
down.
I don't mind it.
did,
yeah, I
did,
don't
well,
mind that.
did well against Leon, didn't it?
Exactly, bro. Play him up front. Bro, he's a physical
He's
player
got-
who's good with his head. Play him up front.
He's got some great off the ball movement. You know, he
Yeah.
gets space.
Yeah,
Please play on the striker.
that would be
It
funny.
would be so good.
Well, we'll have to see what happens on Sunday for Bournemouth versus Man United. On that note, thank you all ever so much for watching this episode of The Gold Show here on the Blue Podcast Network. If you have enjoyed, please make sure you like the video, subscribe to the channel, and go check out all of our other content on all our other social platforms. We'll see you next time.